Hello, I'm Jaxson Miller, and I'll be teaching you about a few different things today. I'll teach you about what the mean, median, mode, and the outliers of a data set are, and I'll also show you what the box and whisker plot is and what data it shows. To begin, let's talk about the mean, median, and mode of a data set. All three of these values are different ways of representing the average of a data set. Now let's look at all three of these values and how to find them. The mean is your typical average that you're used to. You take the sum of all numbers in the data set and divide that by the total numbers, the total amount of numbers in the data set. For example, look at this set of numbers. The mean would be the sum of all the numbers in the data set, which in this case would be 15, over the total number of values in the data set, which in this case would be 3. So the mean for this data set would be 5. Next, the median. The median is the middle value of the data set, or the number separating the data into two halves. For example, take this set of numbers. To find the median, you must first organize the data into numerical order. In this case, it would be 12, 14, 15, 17, and 20. Now we find the number that splits the data into two halves. In this case, 15 is right in the middle. A good method of doing this is crossing off one from each side and getting down to the middle. So the median for this data set would be 15. Next, the mode. The mode of a data set is the number that appears most often. It's good to keep in mind that if no numbers appear more than once, there is no mode. Here's an example. Look at this set of numbers. If we're trying to find the number that appears the most, let's look at each one individually. 21 appears just once. 26 appears 1, 2, 3 times. 25 appears 1, 2 times, and 22 appears only once. Therefore, the mode for this problem would be 26. Now for the outlier. An outlier is a data point that is far away from all the rest of the data points, or a number that is far away from the rest of the numbers. There is no specific formula to find an outlier. It is mostly left to the individual to decide if a number is irregular and far away from the data set. Let's look at an example. Take this set of numbers. To some, it is immediately obvious that one number is not like the rest. We have low numbers such as 4, 5, 6, and 6. And then we have a number that is 94, really far away, and it can skew the data that you receive. So the outlier in this situation would be 94. Lastly, let's talk about box and whisker plots. This is a box and whisker plot. It displays a variety of data. First of all, it shows the range of the data set from the lowest number right here to the highest number right here. The rest of the plot is split into 4 parts called quartiles. This will be the first quartile, ending at this first line here. first quartile. This right here would be the second quartile, this being the third quartile, and this being the fourth quartile. This line right here shows the median of the data set. And these lines right here and here split the two halves into the smaller halves. For example, making this segment and this segment equal, while this segment and this segment are equal. And there you go. I hope you learned something today.